explosive off the football, very good 3 technique, long frame, long arms, very strong. Probably going to grow even more so. He's 285 now. Next year, he's probably at least be 295, 300. Love the way he plays the game, gets after it. He makes a bunch of plays, but when the ball's away from him, he chases the football, everything we want in a Buck.
Todd, it looked like the other teams around you had good trade offers. Was it tempting to move down, or was it strong enough where you didn't want to even think about that?
We had a few players at 27 that we targeted. Moving back to 33, which was the first day today, we had one guy left there. So the other ones went off the board, so it wouldn't have been smart for us to trade back down and lose the guy we wanted.
Did Grant pitch or hype his old teammate to you guys?
No, he hadn't said anything. He talked good about him during the week, but we did our own homework, and the film speaks for itself with this guy. Once you see him on tape, he jumps out at you.
He's a long guy, he's a tall guy. How does that help him inside when he rushes or plays a run?
Well, he's 6'6", so that helps him a lot. He's got a strong lower body. The biggest thing is he's a good athlete. You know, he ran hurdles in high school, and he grew into his body, and he uses that to his advantage. He's very elusive in there. He's very strong in there, and he's very deceptive in there. So everything that we like about him.
What was your interaction like with him? When did you first get to meet him in person?
I met with him at the Combine, and I met with him again on a 30-30 visit. We got along real well. I got to know him pretty good. Got to see him pretty good, understand how he thinks and what he likes. He fits our D-line room very well, and he's one of them guys I think that's going to get better and better.
Todd, you talked about him as a 3-tech, and that's what he played at Houston. Is he capable of doing other things along the defensive line? I know you like to show some different looks to offenses and move some guys around from time to time for matchups.
Yeah, he's going to do quite a few things, but his primary position will be the 3 technique. But once you get in the game planning and everything, you'll see him in different places.
His body type, his skill set, is there a D lineman on your current roster that he's probably closest to in terms of who he's most like?
Just in height, you know, height-wise, he's like Will. I think he's a tad better athlete, taking nothing away from Will. He's a little quicker that way. We don't have that body type on the roster at this point.
What if any, impact would this have on your ability to re-sign or desire to re-sign in Dominican?
Don't have any. I mean, we need D linemen. You know, we like depth. We play a lot of people down there and platoon a lot of people, so it has no bearing on the other guys.
Say you're able to re-sign Sue. He's done a lot to help some of the younger players. What would it be like for Logan Hall to have a player like Dominican Sue mentor him his rookie season?
Well, he's not on our team as of right now, so I can't really say what it would be like to have on there. I think the other guys in the room will manage him just well, and if Sue were to come back, I'm sure he'll fit in great too. So right now, just the guys on the team that he's going to be mentored by, that's good enough.
What was last night like? This is your first war room, first draft room here as a head coach. You've done this before other places, but just what it was like watching the draft unfold last night.
Well, considering we didn't pick, it was pretty boring. But no, it was good to be on the same page as everybody. Obviously, the scouting staff and Jason and them do a great job having Bruce in there, having the Glazer family in there, and everybody understanding what was going on at the same time, and being on one accord was great.
You mentioned there was one guy of the group, you know, that you had, you knew you could get at 33 if you moved down. Why was it so important, you think, to go ahead and pick up that extra pick?
Because we didn't have a 5 and a 6, and obviously there's some needs that we need later on down the line that we're going to address. So it was important for us to be in position to try to get those type of guys.
Why Logan Hall over a guy like Devontae Wyatt sitting there at 27? Obviously, the vaunted Georgia defense. Why was it a calculated risk to move back and pass upon a player like that?
Like I said, we have 4 or 5 guys we liked at 27. They were pretty even. And when you have guys like that that's pretty even and somebody wants to come up, you have to be sure that you're going to come away with one of them. You don't want to trade back to the 40th pick or the 45th pick and not be able to get anybody. If you felt good about all 4 or 5 guys, it wasn't just Devontae. There were quite a few guys there we liked. So we were confident that we can get one the second day, which we did, and we got some picks in the process, so it was well worth it.
Anything else?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Yep.